So I just got the ThePhotoStick Omni in the mail the other day, and I took a generous amount of time to look over the different features on it. It actually had a lot more than I was expecting. I want to show you about my experience, why it's important for my life, and just in general, how to use this thing. Now, I do want to point out right off the bat, I'll take off these caps here so you can see. It has the USB on the end, so they can go inside of your computer, and then if you have the older Android phones or a newer Android phone and an iPhone, it has a connectivity, or it has a connector where it can go in either one of those without having to have a special adapter. And that alone is already really mind-blowing to me, because every time when I had to back up my files, I always needed a special cord to go from the USB stick, or I should say from the phone into the computer, or vice versa. But this thing, if you've got Apple products and you have Android products, it's incredible, because you can just take one off of one interface and plug it right into the other, and there doesn't have to be all these messy cord situations. So I already downloaded the app on my phone, and I'm going to show you a little bit of the functionality here. So by the way, I want to say that this app is really easy to get ready. So it's just called the ThePhotoStick Omni. As soon as you download it, there's a little robot helper that's going to tell you exactly the steps you need to take before this will do anything. I do need to plug this in, so let me plug this in right now for you. It's going to ask me to connect still. It doesn't automatically connect, and you're going to give it permission again. So I would say its strongest feature is going to be the backup files, but let me do this. See how it doesn't say it's connected. I'm going to say use this folder. It's always going to make you use this folder from then on out and allow access. And I just want to say that if you have anything on here, you can individually select all your stuff, automatically do it. Or if you go to the advanced selected files, this really threw me for a loop, because you can also download your contacts, and I did that a second ago. And pretty much all of my contacts from my phone, their phone numbers, any of the notes you have inside of your profile, that carries over. The audio from something like, your microphones and documents, your PDFs and so forth. So that was already a little bit interesting, because I'm not used to switching over those files without having to go dig through my file settings. So importing files right here too. So you could take things from your Google Drive, you could take things from your photo library right here, although that's kind of like the backup. It lets you go from Google Drive to the device and vice versa. Let me go back one. You can scan files. Oh, this is a fun feature. Let me show you this example. So I've got these beautiful pictures that I want to digitize. So what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and click that. It's going to ask me to put a marker in the center of the photo, and it's going to try to automatically create the zone. Now this is kind of its weakest feature, because it doesn't seem to do the boxes accurate for the times that I practice this. But as you can see, I can just make the area that, well, my finger would go on there. Okay, it's not facing towards me, so let me readjust that. There we go. So these are precious memories that I want to save. So let's go to preview and just make sure it's fine. Obviously this is distorted because the angle I took the picture at, which is fine. This is just for an example after all. I'm going to go for done, and then backup files. Has them right there. Your backup will begin right now. This was interesting. Ordering prints, you can actually take the things that you have and you can send them to Walgreens apparently. Now, I'm not planning on doing that, but I thought that was a funny little catch. Actually, I almost forgot. I want to make sure I can show you this too, because I said that you can take stuff from your phone and put it on your next device and your other device. Well, let's say I grab something from my computer. I want to point out that that's going to be under the Manage Files. If I go to Manage Files right here, it's going to say Restore Files, and then from there, you can either select Restore All. And all that's really doing is taking the things that I've already uploaded here, and then if I take this, I'm not going to show you my camera feed or whatever, but if I hit that, it's going to appear in my thing. This behaves very much like a USB you'd expect. By the way, I've got this little mouse guy right there. Look at, it fits in and does not interact with that. So it actually has a perfect amount of spacing where it's not going to be interrupted by your mouse wireless adapter. And if we look at the screen right there, we're going to see that it pops up just like, this is how I expect, but this is, well, my files, and then you see that my Samsung, and it's going to have it categorized. So I'm going to find those files that I have under my photos, and voila, the thing that I digitized, my beautiful riding a guitar